Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Gossips 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn no way imagined his life would come a battleground between love and fear, fidelity and survival. For utmost of his knowledge, Sheila Carter was just a shadow, a dangerous name rumored in sanitarium hallways, a face on old police reports, an exemplary tale about preoccupation and chaos. But now she was standing in front of him again, alive, unashamed, and burning with the same fire that had destroyed so numerous lives before. Only this time Finn wasn't a confused boy searching for answers. He was a hubby, a father, and a man who had everything to lose. Sheila's eyes lustered with that familiar, unsettling intensity as she paced across the dimly lit living room of her bitsy apartment. Her fritters coiled into fists as she murmured about treason, about Steffi, about how the Forrester family had formerly again taken commodity from her. To Sheila, the world had always been illegal, and vengeance had always felt like justice. She believed she was owed happiness, owed love, owed a place in Finn's life, no matter the cost. But Finn had come tonight for a different reason. He didn't come to argue. He didn't come to hang. He came to draw a line. "Stop," Finn said forcefully, his voice cutting through Sheila's angry rambling like a blade. "Just stop, Mom." She sat. No bone had spoken to her like that in times. Her eyes narrowed. "What did you just call me?" "I called you Mom," Finn replied, his tone steady but simulated. "Because that's what you are. But if you keep going down this path, it's the last time I ever will." The room felt suddenly lower, the air heavier. Sheila goggled at him, as if trying to decide whether he was pretending. She had manipulated men, escaped incarcerations, fake deaths, and survived pellets. She wasn't hysterical of anyone. But Finn was different. "You don't mean that," Sheila said vocally. "You need me." Finn shook his head. "No, I don't. And that's the verity you've no way been suitable to accept." Recollection swamped his mind. Steffi bleeding in his arms, the terror in his son's eyes, the insomniac nights wondering if Sheila would strike again. Every time he tried to believe Sheila could change, she proved him wrong. "I know what you're planning," Finn continued. "You suppose vengeance is going to fix everything. You suppose hurting the Forresters will make you feel whole again. But it won't. It no way does." Sheila laughed plaintively. "They earn it. They've taken everything from me." "They didn't take anything," Finn snapped. "Your choices did." Silence fell between them, thick and uncomfortable. Sheila's expression shifted, from wrathfulness to wounded pride, from fury to commodity nearly fragile. "I just want to be part of your life," she rumored. "I just want my son." Finn's eyes softened, but his resoluteness didn't. "Also prove it. Prove you can be better. No vengeance. No falsehoods. No violence. Or you lose me ever." Her lips quivered. "You're asking me to change who I am." "I'm asking you to save what's left wing of us," Finn said still. For the first time, Sheila looked doubtful. Meanwhile, at the cliff house, Steffi stood by the window, gaping out at the dark ocean. Every surge that crashed against the jewels below reminded her of how fragile her peace truly was. She had fought too hard to cover her family to let Sheila destroy it again. When Finn walked through the door latterly that night, prostration written across his face, Steffi turned to him incontinently. "Did you see her?" she asked. "Yes." Her casket tensed. "And I told her it's over unless she changes," Finn said. "No more vengeance. No more games." Steffi searched his eyes. "Do you suppose she will?" Finn dithered. "I don't know." That was the scariest part. Sheila's war inside her own head. Alone in her apartment, Sheila replayed Finn's words over and over. "Prove yourself or lose me ever." She had always believed love meant possession, control, power. But Finn was asking for commodity she had no way truly given before, restraint. Her phone buzzed. A communication from an old contact. Someone who abominated the Forresters as much as she did. A chance for vengeance. She goggled at the screen for a long time. Also, she deleted the communication. Her hands shook. "The test begins." Days passed. No pitfalls. No schemes. No chaos. Steffi remained conservative, watching every shadow, hearkening for every scuttlebutt. But nothing happened. Finn noticed it too. "She's trying," he admitted one night. Steffi crossed her arms. "Or she's waiting." Finn didn't argue. A dangerous temptation. One autumn, Sheila crossed paths with someone from her once, a man who had formerly helped her vanish. He scowled when he saw her. "Heard the Forresters are still living their perfect little lives," he said. "You gonna let that slide?" Sheila gripped her jaw. "I'm done with that," she replied. He laughed. "Since when?" "Since I realized vengeance costs too much," she said. She walked down before he could respond. For Sheila Carter, that was real growth, and it scarified her. Finn's final warning. When Finn visited her again, he didn't come with wrathfulness. He came with stopgap. "I've been watching," he said. "You haven't caused trouble. You haven't crossed any lines." Sheila smiled noiselessly. "I told you I could change." Finn jounced. "This is your last chance. Keep proving it." She reached for his hand. He didn't pull down, but he didn't hold it. Moreover, Steffi's fear. Steffi remained undecided. "People like Sheila don't change," she told Ridge. "They break." Ridge agreed. "Just stay alert." Steffi looked at her children sleeping peacefully. "I wouldn't let her near them. Ever." A choice that changed everything. Late one night, Sheila witnessed commodity shocking. An occasion to expose a Forrester secret that could destroy their character. The information fell into her stage by accident. She goggled at the substantiation. This was the vengeance she'd always pictured of. All she had to do was shoot one communication. Her phone felt heavy in her hand. Also, she allowed a Finn. She deleted the lines. Finn seized the change. Weeks passed. Nothing happened. No dishonors. No pitfalls. No chaos. Finn began to believe. When he told Steffi, she looked stupefied. "You really suppose she's different?" "I suppose she's trying," Finn said. "And that matters." Steffi soughed. "For your sake, I hope you're right." Sheila's confession. One night, Sheila showed up at Finn's door pulsing. "I had the chance to hurt them," she admitted. "And I didn't." Finn goggled at her. "Why?" "Because losing you would hurt more." For the first time, Finn hugged her. Not as a son hopeless for blessing, but as a man offering tentative remission. The unborn remains uncertain. Sheila wasn't redeemed. She wasn't forgiven by everyone. But she had changed her direction. And Finn had made it clear. "Love doesn't come with pitfalls," he told her. "It comes with trust." Whether Sheila could hold on to that verity remained to be seen. But for now, the vengeance was stopped. And Finn's family was safe. The peace didn't last long. It no way did when Sheila Carter was involved. Indeed, when she wasn't laboriously conniving, the memory of her chaos dallied like a storm pall over everyone's lives. Steffi felt it every time she kissed her children goodnight. Finn felt it every time his phone buzzed suddenly. And Sheila felt it every time she looked in the glass and saw a woman the world would no way completely trust again. Still, she tried. For the first time in her life, Sheila wasn't chasing vengeance. She wasn't manipulating, colluding, or planning her coming dramatic escape. She was just being. And that alone felt unnatural to her. She spent her mornings walking the sand, letting the ocean air remind her she was still alive. She spent her afterlife volunteering at a small community center, helping organize bestowed clothes for families who had lost everything in recent fires. No bone. They knew her history. To them, she was just Shelley. A quiet red-haired woman who worked hard and kept to herself. But inside, the fire still burned. Sheila had lived her entire life fueled by resentment. Resentment toward the Forresters, toward the world, toward anyone who had ever rejected her. Letting go of that rage felt like letting go of a part of her identity. And some nights, when she lay alone in her bitsy apartment, gaping at the ceiling, the temptation crept back by. "They earn it. They lowered you. They took your son." But also she'd flash back Finn's voice. "Prove yourself or lose me ever." That fear was stronger than her wrathfulness. Steffi's mistrustfulness grows stronger. At the Cliff House, Steffi remained on high alert. No quantum of silence from Sheila could move her that the peril was gone. "She's not attacking because she's waiting," Steffi told Brooke one autumn. That's what bloodsuckers do. Brooke tried to assure her. Finn believes she's changing. Steffi scarfed. Finn wants to believe. That's different. Steffi loved her hubby, but she also knew his weakness. His heart. Finn had spent utmost of his life craving for connection, especially with his natural parents. Sheila knew that. And Steffi stressed Sheila would use it again. People like Sheila don't change, Steffi said forcefully. They just evolve. Finn's inner struggle. Finn felt torn in two. On one side he was a croaker, who believed in recuperation, mending and alternate chances. On the other, he was a hubby and father whose primary job was to cover his family at all costs. Every time Sheila went a many further days without causing trouble, Finn felt stopgap. Every time Steffi expressed mistrustfulness, Finn felt guilt. He began questioning himself. Am I being naive? Am I risking everything for a woman who's hurt us before? But also Sheila would show up for a listed visit, calm and regardful, asking about his work, about his kiddies, about his life, without manipulation, without demands. And Finn would suppose perhaps this time is different. A trouble from the history. One evening Sheila's fragile peace shattered. A black SUV followed her home from the community center. She noticed it in the reflection of a store window. Her instincts, stoned by times of running from the law, demurred in incontinently. When she reached her apartment door, the SUV pulled over. A man stepped out. She honored him incontinently. Damon, she rumored. He smiled coldly. Miss me. Damon wasn't just an old familiarity. He was a former abettor, a man who had helped Sheila vanish, forge individualities, and escape justice in the history. He was dangerous and he didn't believe in redemption. I heard you're playing nice these days, Damon said. Helping families. Walking strands. Trying to be a saint. I'm done with the old life, Sheila replied. Damon laughed. That life isn't done with you. He leaned closer. The Forresters are vulnerable right now. You know it. We could destroy them. Sheila's heart pounded. No, she said forcefully. I'm not doing that presently. Damon's smile dissolved. Also you're useless to me. As he walked down he added. But don't worry. I'll find another way. Sheila stood frozen. For the first time she wasn't hysterical of the Forresters. She was hysterical of what Damon might do without her control. Sheila's warning to Finn. The coming morning Sheila went straight to Finn. She didn't bring defenses. She didn't bring manipulation. She brought the verity. Someone from my history is targeting your family, she said. Finn's expression hardened incontinently. Who? Damon. He's dangerous. And he hates the Forresters nearly as important as I used to. Finn crossed his arms. Why are you telling me this? Because I'm not that person presently, Sheila said. And I won't let anyone hurt you. Finn studied her precisely. He searched her eyes for deception but set up none. You're doing the right thing, he said. She exhaled in relief. But the peril wasn't over. Steffi confronts Sheila. When Steffi set up out about Damon, she didn't feel thankful. She felt furious. She stormed into Sheila's apartment without warning. You brought another monster into our lives. Steffi cried. Sheila didn't fight back. She didn't argue. I advised Finn because I watch, she said. Steffi laughed plaintively. You watch? You only watch about yourself. Not presently, Sheila said still. Steffi goggled at her, searching for cracks. You don't get to rewrite your history. I know, Sheila replied. But I can change my future. Steffi's voice quivered. My children's lives aren't your redemption story. Sheila jounced. They're my reason to stay down. For the first time Steffi walked out without slamming the door. Damon makes his move. Damon didn't need Sheila. He'd his own network. One night, Ridge entered a threatening communication. Your family isn't untouchable. Security tensed incontinently. Finn realized Sheila had been right, and that alarmed him. You saved us by speaking up, Finn told Sheila. She jounced. I'm done staying silent. Sheila's biggest test. Damon tried again. This time, he offered Sheila commodity tempting substantiation that could destroy the Forresters financially and socially. All you have to do is release it, Damon said. Let the world watch them fall. Sheila held the lines in her hands. Time's agone. She would ain't have dithered. But now? She deleted everything. I choose my son, she said. Damon goggled at her in unbelief. You're weak. No, Sheila replied. I'm free. Finn's trust grows. When Finn learned what Sheila had done, commodity inside him shifted. You really walked down from vengeance, he said. Yes, Sheila answered. And I didn't die. Finn smiled slightly. That's growth. Steffi's guard sluggishly lowers. Steffi still didn't trust Sheila, but she saw the difference. She didn't escalate, Steffi admitted to Ridge. That's new. Ridge jounced. Just stay conservative. Steffi kissed her children. Always. A moment of peace. For the first time in times life felt normal. Finn concentrated on his work. Steffi concentrated on her family. Sheila concentrated on staying out of trouble. But peace in Los Angeles was no way endless. Damon's final trouble. Damon wasn't done. He planned an attack, one that would hurt the Forresters and frame Sheila for it. When Sheila discovered the plan, she didn't run. She called the police. And Finn. I wa'n't let my history destroy my future, she said. The aftermath. Damon was arrested. The trouble ended. And Sheila Carter, for formerly, wasn't the villain. Finn's final boundary. Finn met Sheila at the sand. You proved yourself, he said. But my family comes first. I understand, Sheila replied. You'll always be my mama, Finn said. But you do'n't control my life. She smiled. I wouldn't want to. Steffi's ending words. Steffi watched from a distance. She hasn't changed everything, she admitted. But she changed enough. The story continues. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, redemption is no way simple. Remission is no way guaranteed. And peril is always one choice down. But for now, Sheila chose love over vengeance. Finn chose boundaries over eyeless fidelity. And Steffi chose alert over fear. The battle wasn't over, but the war had changed. The night after Damon's arrest, Sheila couldn't sleep. For the first time in her life, the silence in her apartment didn't feel threatening, it felt heavy. There was no plan to prepare, no escape route to study, no adversary to outwit. Just the quiet echo of her own studies. She sat on the edge of her bed, gaping at the moonlight, discovering across the bottom, and rumored Finn's name like a prayer. She had spent decades fighting the world, induced that survival meant control. But now she understood commodity. She had no way allowed herself to believe before survival could also mean surrendering the history. Across city, Finn watched Steffi and the kiddies sleeping peacefully. The pressure that had lived in his casket for so long was eventually easing. He knew the peril wasn't gone ever. It no way was, but he felt proud of the boundary he'd drawn. Loving his mama didn't mean excusing her. It meant demanding better. Steffi, though still conservative, allowed herself a rare moment of calm. She stood on the deck, ocean breath brushing against her face, and admitted what she'd no way say out loud. Sheila had surprised her. Not forgiven, not trusted, but surprised. And for Sheila Carter that was enough for now. She walked to the window, watching the megacity lights flitter like distant stars. Her history would always follow her, but it no longer controlled her. For the first time she wasn't running toward vengeance or down from justice. She was simply standing still, learning how to live without chaos. In a megacity erected on glamour, secrets, and treason, peace was fragile. But tonight it was. And occasionally, in the world of the bold and the beautiful, that was the most dramatic palm of all.